Okay, so I just got a package in the mail and it's a new key for my Range Rover P38. So I've had a lot of problems with the keys. They were in multiple parts and I had to press the battery to the motherboard and then try and get the key to connect to the car before I could start it. And I had to do this every time. And every time it took maybe 4 to 6 minutes just to get the key to talk to the car so that I could unlock it. So yeah, I'm at the shed where the Range Rover is parked, and we'll see if we can get this key to work with my Range Rover. So I sent the keys to a company in North Wales called North Wales Classic Rides, or Classic Rides North Wales, and they copied all the frequencies and made a completely new key. So I have this new key here, and we'll hope that this works. There we have it. There it is. Okay, so let's see if we can make it work. And also the reason why it is parked in here and not up and running is because my fuel injection pump is still not set correctly. And for that I had to buy another license for my nanocom, which I've done now. So hopefully we'll get some time to get the nanocom to talk to the ECU as well, and that way we can manage and monitor the fuel injection and set the pump correctly so that the engine runs as it's supposed to. And then I'll have to service the gearbox, and then I think it might be somewhat close to roadworthy. So yeah, there's a few things still to do, but we'll see if we can get it to work. Okay, so I got some paperwork with this key, with instructions on how to get the key to communicate with the car. So let's see if we can get it to communicate. Okay, so the method of Land Rover is to hold the lock button on the key, keep it pressed in, insert the key and turn to lock position for 3 seconds. Turn back to release to the center, remove key, release the lock button, operate the fob. Okay, so hold the lock button on the fob. Okay, insert it and then turn to the lock position. Hold it for 3 seconds. 2, 3. Turn back to the center. Remove key. Release the lock button. Operate the fob. Oh wow! There we go. Oh wow! Okay, so I've had the car for I think since October last year, and it's now September, so almost a year. And I've had this problem with the key for almost a year, so this is really a relief. Okay, so let's get in the car and see if it wants to start as well. That would be lovely. Okay, we'll just make sure that it's unlocked. Okay, all the beeps, like if you're at McDonald's. Okay. No way, that's so nice. Okay, this means that the Range Rover can leave the shed and that I can start working on it. Okay, I think I've lost brakes though. Okay, let's put it in high range, because low range apparently is too powerful for my brakes. So I'll have to make sure that those are functioning properly before we try and get it out on the road. So we'll definitely put it on my on top of my service bit and go under it and go over everything to make sure that it is safe to drive on the road. This thing hasn't passed inspection since 2016 or something, so it's been off the road for a very long time, and for some obvious reason there are a lot of problems with this. So yeah, I'll just let it run for a while. The diesel in here is also a year old, so it's still a good quality diesel. In Sweden they mix the diesel by like 30% or something with the biodiesel, which isn't as effective as normal diesel. So yeah, that's a shame. I'll go and close the doors of the shed, and then we'll take this to my garage. So nice. Okay, the ABS light goes off after a while, after you've driven it for a few meters, and my air suspension light is on. For some reason this thing sits on coils, and I've done the EAS bypass as well, but for some reason that I don't know of, the light is still on, and you can see how many kilometers it has as well. Quite a lot, 324,000. What's that in miles? Like 202 or something. Anyways, still a very nice Range Rover. So I haven't done a wheel alignment yet. Okay, this is so nice. I'm so happy about this. And this is such a nice Range Rover. All the wood and all the wood over there. All the glove box is there. Obviously a hanging roof lining, as they do. This one also has to be redone. I'm thinking about making the roof lining black, and also the pillars, because they are pretty worn as well and gross. You can see how gross they look. Oh, this one is terrible. This one is really bad. Yeah. So I'm thinking that we should do that. Okay, so for some reason I'm still not able to start communications with the ECU. There is some sort of fault or something stopping me from accessing the ECU. I don't know what to do. I've already rewired the whole there you can see it, the new OBD2 port. I've rewired all the wires that are in there, because there were some corroded plugs in the footwell there, in the footwell on the driver's side as well. But there's something not working here, and I don't know what to do about it. So I can access the EDC settings, but I can't use any of these. And then it just says I've just bought the license for everything else, but the body control module, for example, no, error to start communications with the ECU. So I don't know what's wrong here. Okay guys, so I'm working to find out why my ECU won't communicate with the nanocom, and there's also something with power delivery to the car. So sometimes it doesn't get any power even though the battery is hooked up, and sometimes when you hook up the battery there's no spark or anything happening, so something is not working correctly there. Now I traced one of the red wires to the fuse box, and where it's mounted here you can see the plastic is cracked and the stud which it mounts to is quite loose. So now I'm trying to find out, it looks like you can separate this plastic from the motherboard itself, so I'm just looking to find out how I remove this from this plastic from the motherboard, to see if I can access this stud and see why it's loose. Okay, so I've taken out all of the relays and fuses, and there were also 5 small Phillips head screws holding this board in place, and now it's still held in with clips along the whole side, so I'll just use some flat blade screwdrivers and see if I can pry it out. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay, so as you can see here, autofocus please, the plastic has been really hot, and you can see this as well, the motherboard has been very hot at some point. So yeah, it doesn't look to be across the whole motherboard, so that's a good sign. I might just pull off all the plugs on the bottom as well and get this whole motherboard to come out and inspect it from the other side as well. Yeah, so we'll do that, I think. And I've already photographed where all the plugs go. Okay, and then we have brown pink, brown and brown green, and they are 10mm. So there we have the whole board out, and it doesn't even look that bad on the other side. Okay, so it doesn't look bad at all on the other side underneath it, and I can't even see any signs that it would have melted anything more than this top part. But this part being loose enough, I've had the car die once when I drove it on my property. I haven't driven this much at all because I haven't had time to work on it. But yeah, this alone could be the reason why the car isn't getting any power when it needs to. And it really doesn't look like I can do anything about it, because I can't separate these two boards, because I'd have to resolder all these connections and maybe even more of them. So yeah, this is no good news. So now I have all the info I need to get out on the forums and ask some questions, and then maybe well, worst case scenario, I'll have to contact the guy who I bought it from and see if he has any more to sell, because he has P38s. Well, he has tons of them sitting around, so he probably has a fuse box he can sell me. We've come so far. The work has started again on the Range Rover, but I don't know. I'll just put it back together, get out on the forums, and then I actually have to work on this, because I have to get it ready to sell. Yeah, so we'll see. That's it for now. I've got new key for it, so it will start on the key, but yeah, just the fuse box isn't really helping at this moment. But anyways, I hope you like this video. If you have any suggestions, please tell me as well. They usually burn these fuse boxes, so there's probably someone who knows a trick or something. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next video, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe as well. There's a lot more Range Rover content coming on. I think I'm going to sell the Nissan as well and get another Land Rover for it, or maybe a few, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so thanks for watching. See you in the next one.